everybody, it's Jasmine and I hope you guys are all having a great and positive day so far. I decided that, with everything going on and how everything is just really stressful, I wanted to kind of get you guys involved with something a little fun. So I decided to go on Instagram and post on my story where you guys help pick my makeup. So today I'm just going to be creating a look featuring all of the products that you guys voted for. And as a side note, this is the most votes I've ever gotten on my Instagram stories before, so I was feeling very excited about it. So I'm going into this video super juiced and I'm just ready to hop into primer. You guys voted for the NYX Pore Filler Primer. Now, I actually really love this stuff and I feel like a lot of you guys know that I really love it because I've been raving about it for so long. This is an exact dupe to the Benefit Porefessional. I say that all the time on my channel, so that's nothing new to you, but the reason why I personally like it so much is because it just creates this smooth base. So if you have any lines or textures or wrinkles on the skin, this will definitely smooth it out prior to foundation. Now, if you have super dry skin, you might find this to emphasize the dryness. However, I would just say to add an extra layer of moisturizer underneath. For my foundation, you guys chose my Shiseido Synchro Skin foundation. Now, this one is actually really dark on me because I am very translucent. I feel like you can even see that through the glass, but I'm going to make it work as I always do. I just did one pump on my hand and I'm just going to evenly smooth this on the skin. The good thing is my skin right now is actually looking its best. I was breaking out a lot like a week ago, but everything has cleared up so far, which is great. I'm using my Spicy Choco sponge. Now, I recently threw out all of my sponges because I throw them out every 3 months. And now because it is April, I switched into a new set of sponges. So this is going to be in my new rotation for the next 3 months. For the Shiseido foundation, I'm in the shade 340 Oak, and this is normally my shade, so if you're a typical golden beige, this is going to match you really well, but because I'm just so pale and because I have not seen the light of day, I am just a vampire right now. This foundation is so amazing because it has SPF, but it doesn't give you flashback, and it also is infused with hyaluronic acid, and it's oil-free. I'm gonna do a little bit of spot concealing with this foundation in areas where I'm just a little discolored from the residual acne and anywhere that I'm red. I don't think I have a full review on the Spicy Choco sponges, but I want to say that this is definitely top 3. So as you see here, it's just a little bit darker. It's not like too far off, but it's still darker nonetheless. So to correct that, I'm going to use my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I have the shade Light Beige. I'm going to go a little bit more heavy-handed with this because it is a lighter concealer and I really want to kind of blend this with my foundation just so it can lighten up just a little bit more. Now I'm just going to take this on my usual areas, which is under the eyes, on the forehead, nose, and chin. And a little trick that I like to do, because my foundation is darker than my neck, I kind of just take the residual and line it along the jawline. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. I'm going to go straight into the jawline first, just so I don't forget it, because I feel like I personally always forget to blend this area. It's just one of those areas where, you apply it, you forget about it, and then 5 hours later, you're like, why didn't anyone tell me I didn't blend it? But let me tell you one thing about this Catrice concealer. It is so lightweight. I think this is the lightest weight concealer I own, but it just packs a punch. It gives you so much coverage, and I feel like the only con about this concealer may be the fragrance. I'm personally not bothered by it, but I know for a lot of people, fragrance is something that is a no-no. But for me, because it is so lightweight and because it barely creases and it offers high coverage, I look past the fragrance. Then I'm also going to take this on my eyelid as a base because, as most of you guys know, I don't really use eye bases. So I'm just going to give this another purpose. For the powder, I was actually really excited that you guys chose my favorite powder, which is the ShopMissA Pressed Powder in the shade Banana. I've gone through a whole pan of this and I am quickly making large dents in it. And I think the reason why I love this one so much is because it does have a little bit of fallout, but I don't mind that because it just softly presses itself into the skin and I don't have to jam my brush in here just to get something out of it. I feel like it's just the perfect type of yellow. It's like this soft, creamy yellow, and it also doesn't give me flashback, which is nice. I was actually really surprised that you guys chose my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, even though I use it in every single video. I thought that you guys were gonna pick something different that you guys haven't really seen before. So I actually have the shade Dark Brown, and as you guys can see, mine is definitely running low, and I only have like the perimeter of this left to go through, and this is another project pan item that I have for this year that I want to go through. And by the way, the brushes that I've been using so far are the Miss A Bon Voyage collection brushes, and I'm just using the brow brush for this portion as well. So during this quarantine, I've definitely found myself online shopping, but online window shopping. I think that's my new thing. Like, I'll put things in my basket and then not buy it because I remember, oh my God, I don't have a job, so I don't know when I'll get paid. Like, I don't know. I only like to shop if I know I'm going to be paid. I just feel like that's the smartest thing to do anyway. So I've been doing a lot of online window shopping, and you know, hypothetically, like, oh, if I bought this jacket, it would be really cute, but then I don't go outside to wear these things. I also started playing this game that I've played literally since elementary school. I used to play it on Facebook, but they stopped adding it to like the Facebook gaming thing, and I used to play it then after that on my iPod, and then I kind of just stopped. I grew into an adult and I wasn't interested in these restaurant games anymore. But now I am a top chef. I am a restaurant owner, and let me tell you, my restaurant, king. Honestly, it's like the coolest thing. And right now I feel like this restaurant game has been consuming my life, and I'm not mad at it. You know, I am a multi-millionaire in the game, and it's honestly what's giving me life right now. So if anyone wants to play Restaurant City with me, I think that's what it's called. I don't even know anymore. I might have it in the description box. But if anyone wants to play, I'll give you my ad code and like we could be friends or whatever. Also, I got note that my school semester has been canceled for the rest of the year. We were supposed to go back during this week, the week that I'm uploading this video, but they had canceled it. And now I'm just chilling. I'm trying to do my best in my class. I have an A, which is great. And I feel like all the students should have an A. But that's just my opinion. For the eyeshadow palette, the Focallure Everchanging palette literally skyrocketed, which I was so surprised about because I truly haven't used this palette in almost a whole year, I believe. But this used to be my 2018 favorite, and I actually forgot to mention this in my palette roundup video. But this is what the palette looks like. It's really pretty. There's a lot of warm tones and then some sporadic grungy tones. I really don't know what I want to do today. I might do a orangey smoky eye. Well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and set the concealer in place. So I'm using the white in the palette just to set all of the eyelid. Then I'm using the shade called Warm, which is a warm skin tone shade. It's just a little darker than my actual skin tone. And I'm gonna use this as a transition color, and I'm using my Kaleidos Futurism brush set. I really like these shadows because they are so easy to blend, and I feel like once you use these, you can actually tell that the pans itself are really pressed in hardly pressed in. They are pressed in to the extreme, and I feel like because of that, some people might experience no fallout at all. I don't experience any fallout, and I think that for some people that's a huge win, because I know there are some people who despise fallout and will cancel a palette if it does have fallout, which I feel like is actually so insane. And then with that same brush, I'm taking the white again. So I've been using one brush this whole time, and I'm going to apply this into the brow bone just to further blend everything out. Now I'm gonna take the bright orange called the Palace, and I'm gonna pop this into the crease. Just a little soft moment here. I'm gonna continue building this up because I really want this to be really intense, and I might do a halo eye today. I'm feeling very halo-y, and that might be the vibe. So you can see this is a lot of orange, but it's fine. We're gonna keep working with it. This is still the base of the halo eye. I feel like more than ever, halo eyes are more messy than cut creases for some odd reason, and I feel like it takes a lot until it looks good. So just remember to continue to trust the process. Also, I don't know if you guys have also seen those TikToks where people download VPNs and then they have access to other Japanese films. Well, I recently started watching my anime on animetwist.com, and it's actually been really cool because it's actually donation funded. So us, the viewers, can donate to this site, and that actually is what helps keep the site running and going. There's no ads. Everything is actually in all subtitles. So if you are a dub watcher, sorry, you're gonna have to find a different source. But they have so many shows. So I was really unsure of what I wanted to do with this palette. So I decided to just go off camera and do the halo eye like I said. And I want to recreate it on this side and try and give you guys the easiest instructions on how I got this look here. Now I started with the purple on a random pencil brush. And this is a shade here called Barstool. It's the only purple in the palette. And I kind of just started to tap it on, and because it's mixed in with the orange, it's not super pigmented, so you are going to have to blend it up. Now in a different pencil brush, I am taking the shade Walnut, and I haven't blended it yet, but I'm going to take this right on top of Barstool, and I'm also going to do it in like a winged out motion here just because it complements my eyes a lot better. Then on a flat blending brush, this is my Sigma E25, I'm going to take Barstool again and then re-blend everything. So this is just going to blend in Walnut and Barstool together, and it's also going to create that smoky halo eye. Now remember, because it is a halo eye, you want to keep that center blank. So I'm just going to focus on blending the inner and outer corners. Normally in my halo eye tutorials, you guys see me go back and forth in a bridge. We're not going to be doing that in today's tutorial because I really want to do something different here. Now with our original blending brush, we are going to take Palace again, which was that orange. And then this is where we're gonna go into the back and forth motion with the bridge. So this is going to blend the purples together in that bridge, and it's also going to revive the orange and also blend everything out at the same time. So this is a pretty crucial step to the halo eye process. And you wanna do this as many times as needed, especially if you feel like nothing is being blended. So with that pencil brush, you're going to take Barstool one more time and re-emphasize that purple. Now in my polls, you guys actually wanted me to use a loose pigment. So today I'm actually going to be using the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop The Scales loose pigment, which is a beautiful pink to purple shift. I never wet my brushes, but this is going to be the only exception. So you guys also voted for the Revolution Superfruit Essence Spray, and I'm going to go ahead and spray this on both sides of the brush. I'm going to go ahead and take off the excess on the back of my hand, dip it into the scales, and then I am just going to gently press everything on. I'm going to take this into like a triangle shape, just so that it looks like everything is fading up towards my brow. Then you want to take your finger and just pat everything in. With Barstool, you're just going to lightly tap this on the edges just so everything looks a little bit more blended and not so harsh. Just going to go in light tapping motions. And then with the darkest color in the palette called Mist, we're going to take this as close to the lash line as possible and then blend it a little up. And then because of this darker shade, it's going to add a lot of depth and dimension to this halo eye. For my eyeliner, you guys chose the ShopMissA Buttercreams. Now I decided to go for Javachip, which is a brown, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a nice slick and long wing. I am loving the way that this brown liner looks. It's not too intense like a black liner, but it still does the job. I also accidentally got eyeliner on my contact, so right now my eyes are a little bit sensitive, so I'm just gonna move on into the face before I finish off the eyes. So I'm gonna go into the Revolution Bronzer Palette. I don't know if this is discontinued or not, but this is called their All About Bronze palette. I'm just grabbing random shades and I'm stippling it before I blend it out. I'm using my Elysium Yori brush, which is the brush that I use all the time for my bronzer application. I feel like it's big, it does the job, and it blends into the skin perfectly. Now for my blush shade, you guys chose my ShopMissA Perfect Blushes. I'm using the shade Wispy, and this is more of like a pinkish orange, which I thought would be perfect to pair with this look. I was also really surprised that you guys chose my Fenty highlight. I use this in every single tutorial. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it because you guys voted for it. Now this is Mean Money and Hustla Baby, and as you see, Mean Money definitely hit major pan. This is another project pan item that I'm working on this year. So, I mean, I guess it is a good thing that you guys chose it, but also I was expecting you guys to choose something different, something that I haven't used. And then I'm gonna dip my brush into Hustla Baby and apply that right on top. And it kind of just gives it this added boost of glow. And while we are here, let's take that into the inner corner and brow bone as well. My eyes are feeling back to normal, so let's go hop back into the eyes. I really want to keep the lower lash line fairly simple, so I might want to do the orange that we use, and I might want to deepen it up with walnut. So I think my lower lash line is really going to consist of these two shades. Oh, and I also want to remind you guys to drink your water. I have not been drinking my daily dose of water, and I feel like that's been affecting the way I've been feeling. I've been feeling very lethargic, and I want to associate that with my lack of water and my high consumption of chips. I'm going to take walnut now, and I'm going to place that right near the lash line. And then remember that shade Warm? We're gonna take Warm, just dusting that towards the edge because that is close to my skin tone, and I definitely want this to blend in a little bit more. For the mascara, you guys chose my OG Lash Princess. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one coat. I don't need a whole bunch because I'm going to be applying lashes as well. If you guys are just looking for a great drugstore mascara, look into Essence. Their mascaras are dirt cheap and they have so much variety, and honestly, it's just worth a look. It's just worth a try. For my lashes, I got an overwhelming amount of votes for Eyelure Opulent, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply these. These are my first time using them, but right off the bat, they are just super natural and super lightweight that I don't know if it will necessarily complement the look, but I don't know. Maybe it'll just add just like a little extra flair. I feel like these lashes are not giving the look a whole bunch, but it's offering a little something. She's a little teaser. She's a free trial to the membership, really. For the lips, you guys chose Shiseido. So I have a whole bunch of Shiseido lippies here, and I wanted to kind of just look at what I have in my collection just so we could complete the look. I really want to do something bold because I feel like I rarely go bold on bold. So I have three that I kind of honed in on. So I have here Metropolis, which is like this dark brown. I think it's really pretty. That might be a vibe. Truly. Then I have this hot pink, which I thought would be fun because this look is kind of dark and vampy, but I never wear bright pinks. They scare me a little bit. And then I have this new shade from Shiseido, and this one is Night Orchid, which is a beautiful purple, which I thought would complement the purple that we used. I'm gonna start with Metropolis, and then we'll see from there. We're gonna go ahead and use the Makeup Revolution spray to just complete this look. This smells like blueberries and in the most delicious way possible. that, you guys, we are completed with this look. I hope you guys all enjoy, and I wanted to say a huge thank you to you for being so optimistic and so loving, and for voting to get this look, because without you, we wouldn't have gotten here. But on a more serious level, I just wanted to really say thank you for being positive and being optimistic, because I know with this whole pandemic right now, everyone is just cooped up at home, and I know how, you know, it can kind of make you feel like you're going a little crazy, and I know for some people it kind of just makes you more irritated when responding to things. So I just wanted to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being amazing and awesome and positive, because it really helps everyone around. Like, exert the energy that you want exerted back, and if you can't say anything nice, then don't say it at all. As always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.
To